So, playing Control Warrior, but it has a little bit of a twist. This is not the stats for this deck. I've made a lot of adjustments. I basically made it more of a bomb Control Warrior, like the old style, but threw in some of the new cards like the Restless Mummy and the Frightened Flunky, because I think that they fit really well in the deck to apply a little bit of pressure as well as give me a little bit of a few control options, you know? Like, this is better than the Militia Commander, because it can do 6 damage and hit 2 targets as opposed to 5 damage on 1. So, you know, there's that. Not only that, but the Frightened Flunky is just an actual 2-drop for this deck, and it allows me to get a few more resources, which can be very, very nice as well. And the main goal of this deck is to actually apply a decent amount of pressure while controlling the board pretty well, gaining armor and whatnot, so that way I can slowly but surely win the game through cards like Wrench Caliber and just a little bit of constant pressure, you know? So that's basically the goal of the deck. He's going to kill that off, unfortunately. I'm going to use my Wrench Caliber to kill the 1-2, so that way if he wants to kill my 3-3, it's going to have to be with a Frostbolt and pinging it. And this way he only gets to draw 1 more card. Gets to shuffle 2 in there. Next turn it'll probably be Clockwork Goblin. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'd play another Augmented Alec, actually. Because I don't have the 1 extra mana. No! Stop it! Stop, 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 stop. Wait, what? Because I have 2 bombs in there. I'm a genius, man. I'm so good at this video game. Shoot, this is a hard spot to be in, because I don't want to play the Augmented Alec and then have that be the one that deals damage to everything. So I'm gonna hit him in the face with this first. See what it is. It's Ice Barrier. That's good for me. Dude, I played around the Highlander so well. I'm so good at this video game, man. Kill it off. Put more bombs into his deck. Maybe I should have gone face with that one, but I don't think that's really that important. And he concedes, because he's like, I can no longer get the Highlander out of my turn 6 play with Reno, and he already lost the Zephyrus because he wasn't thinking about it. His deck is 10 out of 10. I really need to adjust this, because this is not... Actually, I can just show you the stats with version 2. Yeah, version 2.0. This one right here, boom, version 2.0 is currently 1-0, so... I'll just keep track of those stats. I don't know how to change it in-game, but I can show it separately, I guess. Dude, this is so nice. I have the draw. I don't want the Restless Mummy in my hand because that's one of the cards I want to draw, but Wrench Caliber is pretty solid. This is actually one of the matchups that I really like. I think that this deck is going to do very well into, say, Rogue and Shaman, because it controls, but it also gives you an alternative win condition. And if the Rogue happens to run Myras, which some of them do, it wins. And Shaman draws through a lot of their deck very quickly. And if you're able to apply a decent amount of pressure with some decently sized minions and finish off the game late with Blastmaster Boom and Dr. Boom, this deck actually has a win condition as well. I think I want to play the Town Crier as opposed to Hero Power, because since he didn't play anything turn 1, there is a chance that he is going Death Rattle with N'Zoth and stuff. If he plays Miscreant, that proves nothing, but if he plays SI Agent... Okay, well, this really doesn't clarify much of anything at all, but it's okay. I think I still want to just play the Clockwork Goblin, right? I don't want to have to wait for the Augmented Alec. Sometimes just getting the bombs in his deck is better than nothing, and we'll just go face a little bit more. Really, this deck is like, if you can go aggro a little bit, but also it definitely has the tools to be more of a control deck as well, so it's really just dependent on how you want to actually play the game. He's going to transform that, or like give it taunt or something, neither of which really matter to me. I'm going to try to go face as possible, or as face as possible, because he has no way of like changing his deck, right? He has no way of thinning out, or not thinning out, but like redoing his deck or filling it with cards other than Academic Espionage. So these bombs are going to be very good, and especially if he's going Highlander, which I don't think he is, but he might be. So that's fine. I get to actually trade in with both of the one attack minions. Okay, actually, if he does that, then I can fully clear his board. And then I'm left with a 1-3, which is pretty solid, actually. Okay, well, I lied. I don't want to play Brawl, but I think I can play Restless Mummy and double trade and keep my one thing alive. Yeah, I think that's fine. Dealing with the 4-5 is kind of important. Not super, but like it's better than nothing. Which card do I not want him to have returned to his hand? Or which card am I most okay with? Discovering a spell is pretty bad. Discovering a random card's actually probably the best thing for him to have in his hand. Because he already has cards from another class in his hand. So if he has that synergy, it's already going to go through and there's nothing I can do about it. Next turn I have Dynamatic. He's already used coins, so he doesn't have as much tempo from that regard. Takes a little bit more damage, that's fine. Totally okay with that. If he wants to return that to his hand, whatever. The real question now becomes Wrench Caliber or Frightened Flunky and like stall a little bit. I'm going to go with Frightened Flunky for resource generation and stalling a little bit because I think that that's the best thing. Oh my gosh. If I had other taunts, this would be super good. This would be so good. Do I have any other taunts? I have Ziliax and one other Frightened Flunky in here. I could take this for like the long con, you know, once I play like Omega Assembly and start discovering mechs and discover another taunt. This guy could be really, really good, so I'll actually take him for now. More of an investment for the future kind of deal. And I'm not really that worried about taking damage, so I can hold on to this because I have Dynamatic and Brawl in hand to stall out the game if needed. Eventually, I'm just going to outvalue him, theoretically, and beat him with just value, right? Once I get to late game with like Dr. Boom, if I get to Dr. Boom, obviously. Either one of them would be great. My only fear, well not my only fear, but my biggest fear right now is he has a lot of cheap cards potentially for Edwin. But actually no, he already got rid of both of his lackeys actually. So I'm not that scared. I'm going to play Dynamatic. It kills off his one minion. Gets me pressure on the board. I miss out on 2 damage, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. Especially considering I can train with a 3-5, and I hate just sitting here. This is probably one of my biggest problems with playing like a Control-E kind of deck. What? With Dragon Roar? Holy moly. That's fine though. If he wants to hit into the 3-4, I'm fine with that. If he hero powers and trades in, I'll just Wrench Caliber, trade, and see what happens after that. He returned a card to his hand. That's a Swashbuckler. Sorry, I know what that card is. What could you possibly be like? Okay, I was like, are you going to heal yourself? What's happening here? But, you know how it is. It's taking a little bit of damage, that's fine. Omega Assembly, that'll be a great card for later. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to Wrench Caliber now and just clear his board. Play this super controlled and slow. I'm not going to be getting a ton of bombs in his deck, but at least I have enough now to disrupt Highlander. I don't think he's going Highlander, but you know, it's still a possibility. Really, I'm just kind of bummed because I don't have the Augmented Elec, but I can't really be that upset. Are you going to play an Edwin? If he plays Edwin after playing a ton of things, then I'll just Brawl, man. That's pretty much all I need to do. He does not. Wait, I make him overdraw here for sure, right? Like, this makes him overdraw because it puts 2 cards in his hand, and if he loses something good, that's really good for me. So I'm going to go with this. And if I get Ziliax, I'll play Armadillo. If I get Restless Mummy, I won't. I got Ziliax, therefore, that's not it. That was almost really bad. Armadillo. Yeah, I'm fine pumping just Ziliax. A 4-7 taunt for 6 isn't that bad, and getting it on Ziliax is pretty good. That limits combo potential, which is nice. If he saps that back to hand or something, I'm totally fine with that as well, because I can just replay it after playing Omega Assembly and get more value. So, yes, keep playing minions. Play another one. Play another 4/4. Let me trade into it. Eviscerate trade? Eviscerate trade would be kind of nuts. Well, nuts is the wrong word, but... So he saps it. That's actually good for me. That also means that if I play Brawl at any point, it deals with this board better. I don't want to play Ziliax now, man. I want him to commit more. This is absolutely insane. That basically wins me the game. That was the best top deck I could have had. Unfortunately, I can't activate that hero power, and it's not going to be the one I get next. But does it really matter? Not in the slightest. Not even a little bit. Omega Assembly with Armadillo next turn and hero power will just be a solid play all around. I get to kill the 3/3. I have a ton of armor. I have Ziliax for a ton of potential healing. Alternatively, I just Brawl. I just Microbots Brawl. Potentially get something of my own. I think I went Omega Assembly first. Oh, he's trying to rush me down. Omega Assembly is probably the best play right now. See what I get. No taunts, which means that this is kind of useless. But this is fine, and this is fine. I don't want to play him right now, though. I think I just want to Microbots Brawl. That's fine. Like, even if I don't have one of my guys up, it doesn't matter. It's like a 60-40 chance that one of my guys is up. One of my guys is left up, and that's good. Even if a 4/4 had been left up, it wouldn't have really mattered. I would have been able to stabilize the board soon anyway, especially with Ziliax right there, so.
Give me a quest.
Give you a quest. Okay, man. I'll give you a quest. Play as many cards as you want. That's your quest.
Mummy needs 5 more.
Okay. Is he going to Shadow Step it and try to get that thing as big as possible? Because if so, that's kind of terrifying. Only kind of, though. Because I have Omega Devastator. And I just kind of play that with Armadillo and kill it next turn, right? Ooh, no. Don't like Shield Bash. To pump up your minion, that's kind of smart. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't kill his thing because he has no armor. Never mind, it's actually super smart. What am I talking about? Omega Devastator controls the board even more. Armadillo is just a solid unit all around. We'll kill the 1/2 unless he concedes. He concedes, and boom. And just like that, we win yet another game. I did get lucky, I will admit, drawing the Dr. Boom Mad Genius, but even if I hadn't, right, I would have still brawled. I would have still made pretty much the same plays. I just would have probably played the Armadillo a turn earlier and defended myself that way instead. Or just brawled immediately, right? So I don't think it's that big of a difference in terms of what happened, but I really like this version of the deck. I think it fits pretty well in the meta. It's control with an actual win condition. Some card draws, some control. I wish the control was better. I wish I had Warpath in this deck. I took out Warpath for the Frightened Flunky so I could have a few more options. But part of me actually kind of wants to take it out. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that keeping in the Frightened Flunky is fine, but Warpath could also be really good too. Or maybe I put one Warpath in. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking Warpath is better than Frightened Flunky. I still think that. But I also feel like Frightened Flunky's fine. I don't know. I'll figure this out in due time. But this deck is probably one of the best decks in the meta right now, I have to say. I think that it's got everything you could possibly need. It has an actual win condition. It's got the control to deal with decks like Evolve Shaman and Tempo Rogue. But it also has a win condition so it can beat some control decks with combos, and it beats Highlander because of the bombs. It's basically the perfect deck in this meta right now, and I don't know why more people aren't playing it. Maybe there's a weakness I'm not thinking of, or maybe it's not as good as I think it is, but I felt pretty much in control most of the times I've played it, so yeah.